Hello everyone, I'm Carthu, and welcome back to the dojo. Today, we're gonna discuss the future of Dragon Ball as a franchise, because it's more than likely coming back at some point in the form of a series. You see, Dragon Ball Super was projected to make 20 billion less yen last year, 2017, than it actually made. It made 20 billion more yen than it was supposed to. That's insane. Its profits are to the moon and back. They need time to reproduce, make the pre-production work better, and then they'll make more money. That's the main reason they're probably ending the series, as well as getting a movie out. That way, they can have the movie money as well, because Resurrection of F and Battle of Gods both did so well. So what are we going to talk about here? I think the thumbnail speaks for itself. In the future of the series, will we see Beerus training again? If we remember correctly, the Oracle Fish in the beginning of the series told Beerus that the Super Saiyan God would be his rival. And it turned out that the Super Saiyan God wasn't really much of a challenge to him, and even its evolution, Super Saiyan Blue, wasn't much of a challenge. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 is perceived to not be as strong as Beerus as well. So, Beerus really never got that rival. But, in the manga, we see a scene where Beerus is talking to the Oracle Fish again, and the Oracle Fish repeats that Goku and Vegeta will both be his greatest rival in the near future. This is Toyotaro right before the Tournament of Power, but as we know, being at the end of the Tournament of Power in the anime, Goku does surpass Beerus, at least in terms of a technique that he's mastered. That is the Ultra Instinct Migate no Gokui. So that's the basis, guys. That's the basis we have. And this picture right here, and this speech we have at the end of episode 129. As Beerus is watching Goku master himself, master self-movement, Migate no Gokui, the secret technique of self-movement, we see Beerus getting not only excited, but angry and amazed. He's all these emotions mixed into one. He's impressed. He's never seen the form before on another mortal. So he's really wanting to experience this from himself at this point. He's getting that lust again to fight, to train, to become stronger. This is the Beerus that we should have had since the beginning. One that tries to keep up and stay in touch, or at least ahead of Goku and Vegeta throughout the series, as opposed to the Beerus who's kind of lazy and just watching them stay beneath him without him even needing to try. So I'm thinking the next series will have that aspect. We will have the aspect of Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta all training with Whis, getting progressively stronger, mastering Ultra Instinct individually, and maybe even coming to their own conclusions about that form as its self-movement. So maybe Goku's Ultra Instinct is different from Beerus's, is different from Vegeta's, is different from Whis', is different from the Grand Priests. That's just my interpretation of it anyway. But what would this mean for the story? To have another rival in the series. I mean, Hit's sort of been a rival, Jiren's sort of been a rival, Vegeta's always been a rival, more so in Super than even Dragon Ball Z. And then you have Beerus to come into the fray as a rival as well, instead of a goal. The thing is, Beerus is actually very talented. He's considered a prodigy of his own right. I mean, the guy hasn't trained in at least 40 years, and he's above God level. Whereas Goku, who's been training those entire 40 years, didn't even come close. It was only through Migate no Gokui, which we could call a lucky accident, really, because of the way it happened, with him absorbing the Genki Dama energy and having to resist it and breaking his own limits. There's a lot of variables that made that happen that may have not happened if the Tournament of Power hadn't happened. But Beerus, through just training and sheer willpower, was able to at least partially master Ultra Instinct, was at least able to get Omen of Ultra Instinct, in a sense anyway. Especially in the manga, we can see Beerus using this to great effect, even against other gods of destruction, which puts him above their level. He's at the higher tier of gods of destruction. These are beings that are supposed to be universal destroyers, and he's at the higher tier of them. which means he's as close to angel level as most beings can get without being angels, as far as we know. So Beerus is a prodigy. With him training again, we could actually see a race between prodigies of the series. Vegeta and Goku, in their own right, are prodigies just like Gohan is, though Gohan's a prodigy in a different sense, and that deserves a whole video on its own. Let's focus on the guys who are actually training with Whis and would be obtaining these higher god forms, as opposed to people like Gohan and future Trunks and the other half-humans who seem to be going down their own path to gain power. Beerus himself has the potential to be the greatest rival in Dragon Ball history and actually form a cooperation effort between Goku and Vegeta. If we allow this effort to bloom and blossom in the way it should, we would have an amazing storyline on our hands, a story structure, and also have the option of having Beerus fight alongside our main characters to prove how strong he is comparatively to them. You see, imagine this, a world where Beerus is more like Vegeta than Whis, because Beerus and Whis are above us right now, whereas Vegeta is next to. But if Whis is the only one above and Beerus is next to, then Beerus being involved in some major fights and getting more action on screen would be a notable possibility. And that's something I really hope to see, because Beerus' character is amazing. He's really well developed and he's grown a lot over a short span of time with the Earthlings. So I think this is probably one of the best ideas that the new series could take advantage of. Beerus training again, becoming more so intertwined with the main cast, and gaining Ultra Instinct through training. But what do you guys think? Leave your opinions and counterpoints in the comments down below, and subscribe if you want more Dragon Ball videos. But for now, video outro!